Hello and welcome to Connect Your Text Tip of the Week. I'm your host, Matthew McNamara. And this month is spring cleaning month, so we're looking at cleaning up many of our different systems around the house, from mobile phones to computers to laptops. And here to help me with that is Scott and Stuart from PCWizrd. So what are we going to start with today, guys?
Today we're going to do your desktop computer. It usually hides underneath of your desk and not so much on top of it anymore, but these things gather a lot of dirt because they get forgotten.
They do.
It's true.
This one in particular is an old one of Matt's that is in sorry need of some cleanup.
Sorry to say and a little embarrassed, that is one of my machines. And yes, that dust is the real dust that's there. But no worries, because these two are going to walk you through the steps today of how to clean this up. Alright, let's get started, guys.
Well, a desktop computer usually gets left underneath your desk and completely forgotten about, and sometimes ends up looking like this. Generally speaking, that's bad.
That is bad.
But because we already had a look at this machine off camera, we had a chance to remove the single screw that holds this machine together. So on your machine, you're going to want to take that screw out if it's there.
Now remember, all computer cases come apart differently.
That's true, and if you're not sure about your case, contact a local technician. We're going to take the panel right off and set it aside. The inside of a standard computer casing. This is what makes your computer work. This is also where all the dirt gathers inside of your computer. So, if you have pets, you especially need to take care of these machines. 3 months, 6 months, absolutely the minimum. Once a year if you just forget about it. Because otherwise it ends up looking like that.
That is pretty dusty.
It's not the worst I've ever seen, I'll be
No.
honest, folks. It's not that bad. A word of note. If you are a smoker in your household, your computer will actually gather dirt faster because it will stick because of the nicotine in cigarette smoke.
Correct.
So if you're a smoker, clean your machine more frequently than if you're not. If you're a pet owner, clean your machine more frequently than if you're not. The parts you need to clean are any of the moving part fans. So we have a case fan here designed to take air out of the casing. This is your processor fan, which is designed to take air in this way and blows it towards the external. The front grill is where your air comes in, so you want to clean that. This is your power supply, which has a fan on the back, which, depending on your fan, is either designed to bring air in or push it back out. That's going to be dependent on your model. Cabling, depending on your casing, can be a problem. That's something you should have your local technician have a look at. But what we're here for today is how you clean your fans using very simple tools. So what do you think, Stu? How's the best way to clean one of these using a simple tool?
Simple tool, well, inside your standard can of compressed air. Now, I recommend that if you're going to be using the compressor, you take your machine outside, because you don't want to blow that dust back into your house, because it's just going to get sucked right back into your tower.
Generally speaking, you don't want to breathe the dust anyway.
That's true.
So if you can do it in a ventilated area such as outside,
Yeah.
definitely the best way to go about it.
And be surprised if you go through either half a can or a full can, right? Because depending on how dirty it is, depends on how much you want to use.
And that's also dependent on the case design itself. Computers are available in many different shapes and sizes now. Most modern computers are actually a lot smaller than this one. And they actually allow better airflow because there's less components. There's less sharp edges, which then slow down airflow, which causes you to collect dust inside of your machine.
Right.
So, in addition to canned air, this is a set of simple little brushes. While the canned air is able to get pretty much everywhere inside of your casing, it doesn't hurt just to apply a very little brush to a fan. I can't see through anymore because there's quite a bit of dirt. So we're just going to do a quick brush, which loosens it all up. As you can see, this is what we pulled off.
In just a few seconds.
Just a few seconds is all it takes. Exact same area, can of air, quick spurt.
Now, there is one fan that we forgot to mention earlier, and that's the fan on a lot of the new video cards.
That's right, we didn't mention that. Now, the fan on this particular video card is quite small. Fortunately, all I have to do is apply my finger to the fan and give it a quick spin. The fan spins freely. This is a key point about cleaning your machine.
Correct.
How easily do your fans spin? If your fan doesn't spin easily, that means that the motor is probably clogged or damaged. You may have to replace your fan. So these are some very simple tips on how to clean the machine. Once again, we're going to take this outside, give it a very thorough cleaning, and we'll bring it back. And we're back with a very clean, very shiny inside of a casing. This is what your computer should look like after a decent cleaning. You can obviously get a little more crazy. This is all it needs. The fans, nice and clean, no dirt attached to them anymore. Free spinning. Free spinning, as mentioned, very important. No dirt on the side of the casing, no dirt in the casing, and no dirt sticking out of the back of the casing. I'd say that's good to go.
I'd say so.
This has been your tech tip of the week.